Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the Bat Châtillon 155-55, the Tier 9 French SPG. It's located on the west spawn of Berlin, and this one is under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and she's playing catch up to try and get a better replay than Talon1958, who's currently in the lead in the competition. Game on! Angelina's got 1 mark of excellence on the barrel, and she's obviously got other achievements which are showing on the front and the sides, well, on the back and the sides. Now this little 155mm howitzer is actually quite capable, because it can do 680 alpha, 48mm pen, 7.6 meters burst radius, and between 12.25 and 27 seconds of stun. But one of the good things about it is the reload time. It's actually quite quick. The standard reload by the book is 28.76 seconds, and Angelina's got it down to 23.99. Okay, so she's found her spot, and she carefully maneuvers the vehicle to avoid knocking anything down, giving the enemy a clue as to where she is, right at the back of the map. Okay, now the good thing about this Arty is you can actually turn the turret in a different direction, so if you want to relocate after you've fired, it's very easy. All you have to do is press the forward key, which of course a lot of players think Arty don't know where their forward key is. Of course they do. Say the most dangerous person on the battlefield is an Arty player with a keyboard, one who knows where the W key is. I think that's a bit rough really, to be honest, because Arty players do know where their keyboard is, so they can actually take advantage of the enemy. And Angelina is one of those players. But we've got a bit of a problem here, because you can see the enemy have come in for a normal battle, and they're heavy on the centre of the map. Our guys have gone around the outside, and although we got a stun on the Progetto 54, and Angelina relocates, the problem appears to be that those guys in the centre, they're going to punch past that T30. And then we're going to be in real trouble. Okay, I think Angelina might be able to get a shot on that G-Saw. Rounds out. Oh, it fell short, and it actually destroyed the building rather than actually hitting the target. Okay, that T30's now gone, and that leaves a huge gap in the middle of the map for the enemy to actually push their way through. So this is not good news, and Angelina's next shot wasn't near the target, so the Progetto 54 managed to squeeze his way through, and she's moving further south because she might have to defend the cap area. Now, just somebody was saying the other day is that they need to find a way to get rid of these Czech crosses, or the hedgehogs that people are actually saying. The Russians are installing a lot of them in Ukraine. I know I shouldn't mention the war, don't talk about the war. But in actual fact, hasn't anybody thought of thermite charges? Rounds out. Oh, that was close. TS-60 took some stun. I know back during the Second World War, they used to use just standard plastic explosive. They put that around the joint in the center, and then you could blow the legs of the Czech crosses. In fact, in the film Saving Private Ryan, you see a rather insistent engineer says he's going to blow one of those crosses. Oh, that was a direct hit. And tells the captain that he has to move his men because he's going to blow that particular cross. I guess he's never heard of a thermite charge, but they're actually pretty good. Thermite charges work on the basis that magnesium and, if I remember correctly, iron filings, or is it aluminium filings instead? But thermite is actually very, very good at melting metal. And if you can wrap a clamp around an enemy Czech cross, then you can actually melt the center of the cross and the thing will just fall apart. Okay, she's got 2 enemy tanks to attack here. The TS-60 she's hit before, and she's hit him again. 231 from that one. The reason I mentioned those check crosses is, of course, that they would actually cause major problems for tanks in being able to move about rather quickly, and consequently, they've been doing is installing a lot of Dragon's Teeth and check crosses to stop the combatants from moving their tanks about rather rapidly in the conflict. So it does actually pay to think of new ideas or ways that they can get round. Oh, now this is not good for us, because the enemy are now pushing on the south. They've sent another force around, so it looks like they pushed on the cap through the center of the map, and now they're changing course. That Super Hellcat, yes, good shot. 351. I was looking at that one thinking, yes, can easily do that. The T20 has also got a 90mm, and the Super Hellcat goes down. There's another T20, also with a 90mm, and just took a round from our T20. Now we can finish them off with a 155. Ready? Oh, unfortunately pulled back just at the last moment, and he managed to duck that shell. But look at the cap area. The enemy is now starting to get very close to our cap with numbers, and they've started capping. Okay, ISU 152K can certainly put a round in front of him. And although the enemy stopped capping, that's only momentary, because they do have another 2 tanks. Good shot there, another 336 off the ISU 152K with the BL-10 gun. Okay, Angelina's marking the next target, the T20. I always like it when you communicate that information to your teammates, because then they can tell which one is going to get the next shell, and that helps them, because of course then they can take the appropriate action. But we're dialed in, but that guy's not coming around the corner. Okay, he's doing it now. There! Oh, he pulls back just at the moment Angelina fires. She can't go any further because she's actually way down in the south. And the good news is the enemy T20 has been wiped out, so now she can focus all her attention towards the north. The ISU 152K is actually there. Oh, I think she's going to deal with him first before she goes after the G-Saw. Remember, the G-Saw's a fast tank. Now that shell landed right next door to the ISU, and the Progetto is going to outflank that ISU 152K. He's going to get round behind him, and he's done it, and he's killed him. Now we can deal with these guys to the north. They killed the the G-Saw 1006-7. That was the Ferdinand on our team doing that. Now we can take out the Ferdinand on the enemy team. Good hit. Solid hit for 208. We need more stun assists. Angelina needs to beat Talon's first-class tanker in the Bat Chat 155-55. She's certainly been pumping out the shells as fast as she can. She's just been spotted. And it may be the Ferdinand who spotted her, actually, because he's relatively close. Angelina raising her gun, but it's not going to ward off the shell. Oh, and he did try to kill her. The shell hit the building, but now she can prove she can get away with the speed of this thing. Not quite as fast as the shell from the Ferdinand. She did get hit, and she got badly damaged there. She's only got 5 hit points left, but she can easily get away from that guy because her top speed is 56.3 kilometers an hour, and I'm sure he's not capable of doing that. So Angelina's just going to scoot away. She's not going fast at the moment, but she can go faster. Oh, I wouldn't have gone up. No, go down. Stay low so that he can't see you. But there's only 2 left on Angelina's team. 1 on the enemy team, the Ferdinand, who's chasing her. But we're capping, and we're leading him towards the Progetto, so the Progetto can get a shot at him when he turns up. Now, the best thing for Angelina to do is set up an ambush on him when he appears, because he's probably going to come straight towards the cap area. And if we're set up correctly, we can get shots on him. Now, there's bushes all around here, so she can hide in one of those. That bush there looks perfect, actually. Angelina's going to go into the cap and help this cap end. The Progetto will get the Invader medal. And the Ferdinand was just too late, and that's it. She's won. That's where the shell went in. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a third-class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 6. And a win rate from the game was 1,440, but sadly that's not enough to beat Talon 1958. If we remember, he actually managed to get a first-class tanker, bruiser medal, and a Confederate out of the last game he played on Pilsen, and a win rate of 1,814. So a first class beats Angelina's initial second class and also a subsequent third class in this contest, and he won the weekend lie-in with this this replay. And if we go back to the previous replay, we can see that Angelina did only have 5 hit points left, but she was only one of 2 players left on her own team. The other player was the Progetto, and he got the highest damage in the game. He actually picked up an Invader and a high caliber out of that game, and 3,675 hit points. Second highest was the Ferdinand on our team with 3,371, and the third highest damage went to actually the TS60 on the enemy team, 2,634 hit points of damage, with Angelina getting 1,586. When it came to kills, the top scorer was that Progetto. Again, he got 5 kills. 3 kills went to the Pantera on our team, and also to the TS60 and the SMP CC56. Both got 3. Angelina didn't get any kills at all, but of course that was helping her to get towards the Confederate, but she didn't get it in the end, unfortunately. And when it came to base XP, we can see the Progetto again got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. He got 1,336, was the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. And the second place goes to the Ferdinand with 938. And third place goes to the Kunstpanzer with 696. And Angelina beat everyone on the enemy team when it came to base XP with 664 in 4th place. Angelina fired 15 rounds in the game. She got 5 direct hits, no penetrations but 10 splash. 1,586 hit points of damage. All of it at more than 300 meters. She did receive 1 hit from the Ferdinand. It almost wiped her out. Only 5 hit points left, and it did penetrate, of course. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged. None were killed. So obviously somebody else did better and managed to get a Confederate. And the T20 got a Leather Slayers medal. I'm trying to think who actually did get a Confederate in this game, and I can't see who might have actually done that. So maybe a Confederate just wasn't earned. Yeah, that guy's only 2-0, so he didn't get one. But the one thing I did notice in that game was that Angelina stayed alive. Only just, but she did stay alive. Angelina got 1,059 hit points of stun assists off 10 stuns, and she got 2 capture points when she went into the cap. On a free-to-play account, she made a loss of 10,176 credits, mostly down to the fact she didn't get enough shells off to get actual damage or stun assists. She did get 25 bonds for mission achievement, and she got 1,328 experience points out of that game as well. But sadly, yes, it wasn't enough to win the weekend lie-in competition. And I kind of get the feeling that Angelina, well, she was caught out, like a lot of players, by the tactics of her teammates. You could see that the enemy, our teammates actually, not the enemy, went north of the river and south of the river, but they didn't go to the normal confrontation point and basically just let the enemy get through. A T-30 went there, but he was all alone and soon got wiped out by the mob. But yes, they played tactics on the enemy team to push through from the center and then go around and clear the north of the map, which they did successfully. And the enemy, or not the enemy, the friendly Arty on our team didn't see what was going on, and he didn't do what Angelina did, was to relocate and get somewhere safe so that she could continue firing and helping her team to win. Whereas that Lorraine on the enemy, on her own team, actually did get caught out and taken out by the TS60, I think it was the one who actually got him in the end. So well done for actually staying alive, Angelina. I was a bit worried for a second that shot from the Ferdinand was actually going to take you out, but At least you managed to help your teammate to get that cap finished early and win the game for your team. And that's what it's all about in the end. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And I'm sure that Angelina75 and Talon1958 will be sending us some more replays for this week's competition, now that we know that Talon won last week. Thanks for watching.